Rejoice. This is the day the Lord has made. I'm Dr. Manda. Mama said, don't eat at everybody's house. You don't know if they're clean or not. Did your mom say something like that? We've packed out their bags. We prayed over them. We've stocked their first apartment with everything you could think of. We hugged them a little longer than usual at the door. Then we drove off. We flew away and we left them alone. And the question that kept us up at night was simply, what did they eat today? And honey, if you are out there on your own for the first time, mama is still asking that question every single day because mama knew something that took science years to catch up to. What we put in our bodies matters, not just for how we look and our weight, not for the waistline, but not for the energy, but for our mind, for our mood, for our mental health, and even for our future. Here is what the research is now confirming. It's confirming the food on our plate is directly connected to the thoughts in our mind. Fast food and sugar sweetened beverages are strongly linked to anxiety and depression, especially in our young people. And when consumed together, the damage to mental health is even greater than either one alone. Depression leads to poor eating, and poor eating deepens depression. It is a vicious cycle, it is a trap, and most young people don't even realize that. And the sugar and processed foods are not accidental. They are engineered to keep us coming back. They trigger the same dopamine response in our brains as addiction. So we're not weak, you're not weak, but we are being deliberately targeted. That is not just poor nutrition. What it is silent sabotage. My new book release coming very soon. Proverbs 3, 7, and 8 says, do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. The Hebrew word for healing is Rapha, which means to mend, to cure, to repair, to make whole. This is the root of one of the most powerful names, Jehovah Rapha, God our healer. And did you know that Rapha also means physician? He is the great physician. So God connected clean living to healing 3,000 years before the first research study was ever written. Solomon wasn't guessing. He was writing under the inspiration of God design and how God designed the body, and it knew exactly what it needed to function in its wholeness. So clean eating is not just a lifestyle choice, it is an act of worship. It is telling God, I honor the house that you live in. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. We've heard that so many times over the years. And the Apostle Paul declared in 1 Corinthians 10 and 31, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Even your fork is a faith decision. Mama knew that. She just said it differently at the kitchen table. So this week, before you eat, ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, is this feeding my body or just filling it? Number 2, would I invite God to sit at this table with me? Number 3, am I eating to live or am I living to eat? So ask yourself those 3 questions this week. Because not every house is clean. Not every table is safe. Not everything being served is good for you. Mama taught you to know the difference. God is counting on you to live that difference. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. The Hebrew word shar means to calculate, to reckon, to estimate. What you consistently consume in food and in thought, you eventually become. You know the saying, you are what you eat. So if you want to think right, you have to eat right. The two are not separate. They never were separate. That is the message behind. Think about what you're thinking. That is the revelation inside silent sabotage as well. The great food deception. Mama pack your bags. She stocked your kitchen. She prayed over your plate. Now the question is, what are you putting on it? Mama said, God said, and science is finally catching up. Are you listening? You be well and be loved. God bless you.